See the wrong way. No way to make it smiling. That's the wrong way.
Good afternoon, welcome along. It is a wet and cloudy afternoon at the Bournemouth Performance Centre as the Cherries looking to return to winning ways and also carry on where they left off as far as the league is concerned, because this is the first professional development league game the Cherries have been involved in since November. It is AFC Bournemouth against Charlton, two sides at the top end of the table. Well, we are minutes away from kickoff. Let's have a look at the Cherries team then, and a couple of notable inclusions, including none other than Dominic Sadi, who's had a loan spell out in Serbia. He starts, and there's a change in goal coming into the side as well. The two Da Costa Gonzalez brothers both start. We know what they both capable of. So live stream AFCB TV with Essex, I'm Ian Wilding, and we are looking forward to this one today. Charlton themselves have got some players a number have had senior first team experience, including the captain, Akratuba, at the back for Charlton Athletic, and Henry Ryle as well up front, who recently signed a contract. International contract has made 3 senior appearances, but they are well into double figures between them in terms of senior first team appearances. Let's see what the Cherries can do then today. The last time Bournemouth were actually in action was in the Premier League Cup. That was at AFC Tottenham on December the 22nd, which was against Birmingham. 2-2-2 draws after the 2-2 draw in the away fixture a month earlier. And they were due to play last week as well in that competition, but that game was called off due to a frozen pitch at AFC Tottenham. It's all about league action today for the development squad. Against Charlton Athletic. Here we go then. Sadie with his first touch for the squad for a few minutes. It was just a little bit too far there for Ruben Reid, the winger with a lot of potential for the away side. So after a bit of a break from league matters, the game's coming in thick and fast for the Cherries. Colchester away to come. That's on Friday afternoon. Live coverage of that one for you. Another match. We let this time of the year, Christmas period, as Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez goes long there for the Cherries. And that goes back to the goalkeeper, George Hardy, for Charlton. Good pressing. Can they take advantage here inside the first couple of minutes? They may well do. Stevens plays it across, and the easiest of tap-ins there. And it's that man, Sadi. Dom Sadi, inside the first 2 minutes. He's had that loan spell in Serbia, that first appearance since then. And he's come up with the goods. He was never going to miss, but he was there, right place, right time. Lovely build-up. And also not just the build-up that gotten into the box, but the press and the high press. Really impressive stuff there from AFC Bournemouth. They could not have got off to a better start. Alan Connell, the Cherries head coach, will be absolutely delighted with that. I don't know what his instructions would have been before the game, but certainly you always want to get out the traps quickly. That's exactly what the Cherries have done. Front 4 of the Cherries today of Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, Dom Sadi, Charlie Stevens and Remy Rees-Stottin. Good to see he's shaken off that quad injury that he had, which kept him out for a while, and was also on the substitutes bench for the senior side a couple of weeks ago. Lovely movement though, Stevens flicks it on. Back from Reid. for Charlton Athletic. That goes out to the right-hand side there. Ewan's Finley. What a perfect start, and here's the Welshman, Owen Bevan, who finds Zach Christie in the middle of the park. Out to Tonks. There's Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez, back to Finn Tonks again, who's been a near ever-present for the development squad this season. Lots of players going out on loan, especially in the full-back position. Noah Bhutan, as Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez gives that away. Noah Bhutan yesterday making a loan move to Salisbury, having spent the first half of the campaign on loan at Sutton United, the left-back. He comes back from Reece Dottin. Credit to Charlie Stevens in that build-up as well for that goal. Lovely touch across. Just trying to get the ball there, but that comes back to Hardy in the Charlton goal. Gone back well again. It's the third time already Bournemouth have won that back inside Charlton's half. The first time resulted in that goal. We haven't even played 5 minutes yet, but that's out in the end after Kai Enstin falls down for Charlton Athletic, and it goes out for a goal kick to the away side. It'll be interesting to see how the next few months develops, because Bournemouth are top of the South table with 24 points from 13 games. 1 point more than Charlton and Brentford, and 2 more than Watford. So there's about 5-6 teams in the top half of the South table who could finish top. And Cherries at the moment are top of the pile. Again winning it back there, almost from Stevens. It's put forward to Ibrahim Fuller. Looks to exploit the space. That comes out to Paris Lock. He's got Fuller behind him. Charlton haven't actually, despite the last time they played in the league was November, they've not won in the league since October the 28th. Play there from Owen Bevan there to shepherd that ball out of play. So the perfect start. I think I timed it as 1 minute 5 seconds. That Cherries' opening goal. Dom Sadie, what a return to development squad action for him. In this South League full of Category 2 teams, as it goes out to the right-hand side again to Tonks. Now Tonks can put Michael da Costa Gonzalez in here if he can find the cross. Well cut out in the end by Ty Ewan's Finley. But Bournemouth are asking a lot of questions here already. They've won the ball back 3-4 times inside Charlton's half. Sadie scored after just over a minute. And now Tonks to take the throw again on the right hand side. Captain throws it in. Stevens with a header. Head on from William. Back from Christie to Bevan. Howard William against his former club, having joined on a long-term contract nearly 18 months ago, signing from Charlton, originally from Leytonstone in East London. So he'll be determined to get 3 points from this one this afternoon. There's a lot of links between the two clubs, lots of players who've played for both. And that's a risky pass back, to say the least, which George Hardy won't keep it in play. It is a Cherries corner. But again, more pressing from the Cherries, which has resulted in that and the first corner of the afternoon. Live on AFCB TV. Brought you every single development squad game so far this season, home and away, as is the case with the under-18s as well, who are doing well in their league. Dangerous ball, and there's William there with a header, and yeah, you can tell from his face there that when he dived down, disappointed he didn't hit the target. A lovely cross in. First corner, very nearly resulted in a second goal for the Cherries. Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez there next to him with his head in his hands, but so far in terms of the way Bournemouth are playing and the chances they're creating, it's been the perfect start. Here's Reed. It's probably dangerous though. Enslin for Charlton. Looking for a response. Not really got the ball in Bournemouth's box. They're about to now though. Good defending though, won't get past Finn Tonks. And Ewan's Finley for Charlton. Bournemouth have been good at home this season. They've played at 3 different grounds on home soil, one at AFC Tottenham, the other one here at the Performance Centre, and the other at Vitality Stadium. It's a great play there from Rhys Dottin though, if he can put Stevens away down the left hand side. Just too far for him in the end, but an entertaining first 10 minutes to this game. Could not have gone any better. Ethan Brown then to take the throw for Charlton. He's been at the club for a number of years now, having arrived at under 12 level. So back to Owen Bevan now then for the Cherries. The Wales under 21 international. Comes back to Tonks. That's good for the Cherries again. Won't get past Mwamba though, and Anna Mwamba there did well. Signed a long-term contract as well for Charlton back in November. Good run this from Reed. Reed in field. Chance for Fowler now. Back to Reed. Better from Charlton. Had a small sight of goal there just for a split second. I think he knew it then, and he knew he had just that small opportunity to have that shot. That small window. By the time there's a push on Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Again from Mwamba. Just tuning in, the goal coming in just after the minute mark, after high pressing inside Charlton's half. Sadie with the tap in. And they've got the rearranged fixture at Charlton to come as well at some point, because that match was called off a month or 2 ago due to a frozen pitch. As was Bournemouth women's game yesterday, unfortunately, at Swindon in the WNL Cup quarter-finals. So it comes back to Bevan. Bevan to William. Away from Sadie. Does well on that right-hand side there, Henry Ryler. So better from Charlton then last couple of minutes. Starting to have more of the ball inside Cherries' half. Good stuff there from Rhys Dottin. How far can he go? Does brilliantly to stay on his feet. Free kick given for a foul on Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Advantage played. Sadie with a pass. Stevens with a cross. Can't quite find his teammate, but it does find Rhys Dottin, and this should be in, and it is in. Michael da Costa Gonzalez there. He's not going to miss from there. A left footer. Look at that from there. You just knew the amount of space he had to pull the trigger. As casual as you like with a celebration. But Michael da Costa Gonzalez there, who's starting to build that goal tally of his. Having had that loan spell earlier in the season at Hartlepool, he is now red hot form. And Michael da Costa Gonzalez has extended Bournemouth's lead, and it could not have got any better for Cherries so far. They have been relentless. And to be fair to the Cherries, it was great play to sort of ease the pressure that Charlton were putting Bournemouth under for 2-3 minutes. They were slowly coming back into the game, and then all of a sudden get on the breakaway. And also from the halfway line, from the way Remy Rees-Stottin just ran 20, 30, 40 yards up the field and created that breakaway in the first place. Karatabouaf goes long. So brilliant from Bournemouth. And I mean, also you look at it and you think the other big chance was that corner which was headed over from Harold William. Big chance there, could have been even better. Here's William again. Stevens. Lovely one-touch football, that's just too far though. Good run from Harold William. Bournemouth, the last time they were in league action, that was at Brentford on the 14th of November. A 3-2 win. Demukum and Stevens had put them 2-0 up, and then Lander with the winning goal with 10 minutes to play. After Brentford had got it back to 2-2. But that is how long it's been since Bournemouth last in Professional Development League South action. It comes back to Reed. Reed to Enslin. Gets it round Tonks. This could open up here. I think it's fair to say, if you were to predict, this is not going to finish 2-0 with all these opportunities. It's a very open game. Midfield having lots of space on the ball for both sides as it comes back again to Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Sadie and Michael da Costa Gonzalez, the two on the score sheet. Sills goes into William. So Ethan Sills, who's a versatile player, often plays more as an attack-minded, but he's showing his versatility today, playing at left back. As Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez drives forward. Don't often see a central midfielder wearing the number 9 shirt, but that's what Malcolm is doing today as it comes back to Harold William. Back to Kai Crampton. We've had about 4 goalkeepers at this level so far this season. Kai Crampton is one. Cal McKenna. Saw Will Dennis appear a couple of times earlier in the season. And Danny Dixon started last time out in that draw against Birmingham in the Premier League Cup. Head away from Bevan to Tonks. Christie. Wamba now for Charlton. Cut out really nicely there from Ethan Sills. Oh, he's onside. What a brilliant ball that is. He's got space here. Could get even better. Here's Sadie. He's got on the overlap. Decides to go it alone. But that's the kind of space that Bournemouth have got at the moment. With Dom Sadie. Again, Michael da Costa Gonzalez wanted it. It's probably in a better position in the end. To the right. Both players looking for their brace. But I think as soon as he hit it, you kind of knew that it was sailing wide in the end, unfortunately, as Rees-Stottin had a play for a Charlton throw. Good run this from Enslin though. Enslin puts Reed away and Reed could... Oh, it's a lovely finish, to be fair to him. That was a sublime finish. A lovely surging run forward. Look at the space he had as well on the left-hand side, but he still had it all to do with that space. And he picked his spot beautifully. He couldn't have hit it any better. And what a game we got on our hands. We did say about 3 minutes ago I didn't think it was going to finish 2-0. It is now 2-1. And it's been a cracking start to this game. You imagine at some point soon the tempo will slow down a bit, but it's shown no signs of that so far. Ruben Reed getting a goal back for Charlton. And it's what been a magnificent afternoon of entertainment so far at Bournemouth Performance Centre. And straight back at it again, Reed for Charlton. Frustration there for Sadie, free kick given against him. In from Ewan's Finley. That finds Moamba for Charlton. Grataruba there for Charlton. Flicked on there, good ball from Brown. Cross comes in, looking for their second goal in less than 2 minutes. He's got an opportunity to shoot here. And yeah, you just heart and mouth stuff for a second for Bournemouth. There's a strike from Enslin. A flurry of activity. And you can see why. I think you can kind of see why both sides are at the top end of the table so far. How dangerous both teams are looking at the moment in that final third. Here's Stevens, who's had some great games for Bournemouth this season. Some lovely finishes. With his 4 goals he scored this season. Christie. Stevens back to Christie. The former Chelsea and Watford goalkeeper, Kai Crampton. Finds William. Free kick wanted, not given. Not that time either. Won the ball well. Here's Sadie. Sadie couldn't quite find Michael da Costa Gonzalez. He's played well though in that left back position so far. Enslin making some driving runs. Does it again. Looks for an assist. Well, just away from Ryler, who was running in there. I mean, credit to him as well to win the ball back. Both sides high pressing really well and winning that ball back in good positions. And that was the perfect ball into the penalty area. Could not have put that ball into a better place, but if they just had Ryler attacking that, it would have been 2-2. Well, it's gone extremely quickly so far to be already halfway through the first half. Tells you something about the entertainment levels though so far. Foul from Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Live with Esset, Professional South Development League, top v third. Ewan's Finley with the long ball. That's going to be too far there for Paris Lock. Yeah, it's been allowed to flow as well. There's been goals, there's been chances, there's been some lovely football on show. At the moment, it's even when the balls go out for a throw and free kicks, it's taken pretty quickly. There's been no real stoppages so far either, which is good to see. Back from Reed. Switched out to Brown. Brown there off Reece Stottin. Little Charlie in the Charlton goal. Now there's some space here again for Fuller. Well, he came, I mean, what brilliant play there from the centre-back. Driving sort of 50, 60 yards up the field. Saw him have a touch about 20 seconds ago, just outside his own penalty area. Just gets ahead of Bevan. And Lakwa Tuuba there with the final touch with the shot off the side netting. Battle there between the two centre-backs. Here's Reed. Stevens out to Remy Rees-Dottin. Now Sadie's making a surging run as well if he can find him. Lovely tackle, not once but twice. The second time from Ethan Brown. Sills with the pass. William there does really well. He had to time that brilliantly, otherwise Bournemouth could have been in big trouble. Just protecting Ethan Sills there as well, who was looking to go on the overlap down that left-hand side. Goes out to Tonks. Tonks with the pass. Just a little bit too far for Michael da Costa Gonzalez. But good opportunity there for Ethan Sills, maybe to make that left-back place his own over the next few months. Say with Noah Bhutan going on loan. Saw Harry Webb, the former Tottenham youth team player, play in that position a couple of times this season as well as a couple of others. Alfie Merritt played a number of games in succession. Lovely challenge though as Sadie comes back to Bevan. Bevan, another player who we've only started seeing since November, Owen Bevan. Better from Bournemouth, that's out to Rees-Dottin. Sills plays it back, won't find Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Tries to win it back the second time, he won't that time. Here's Reed. Oh, lovely challenge there from Tonks. Tonks to Michael da Costa Gonzalez. It's got Tonks there. Can he find the finish? He might find the pass. Again, it was just a little bit too far. It's just a matter of inches, really, with the passes to Michael da Costa Gonzalez 2 or 3 times. Again, held the ball up brilliantly in the first place, Sadie. And there was Tonks with the cross. Again, it wasn't a bad ball at all. Just an inch away from Michael da Costa Gonzalez, who was looking for a second. Is Enslin. One back from Tonks to William. Christie. Is that Christie? Is that Christie again? Out to Sills. Bevan. Foul there on Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Spain-born midfielder. Taken quickly to his brother Michael. Played back again to Bevan. Bevan to William. William to Zach Christie. It's a cold, wet afternoon. Contrast to earlier in the season when Bournemouth's first game at the Performance Centre came with a 1-0 defeat against Peterborough on a warm August bank holiday weekend. As Bevan comes forward here, Sadie's got Da Costa Gonzalez just a bit too far for him. He looks to a turn provider, and he does exactly that as Owen Bevan this time coming forward. Surges forward a little bit like the Charlton centre-back did a few minutes ago. And there he is, Owen Bevan, right place, right time. And again, linking up brilliantly there with Sadie and with Michael Da Costa Gonzalez. And the big centre-back makes sure, as Bournemouth extend their lead for the second time this afternoon, Charlton getting themselves back in this game, giving themselves some hope. And Charlton themselves looking good in that final third, but a little bit of daylight again between the two sides. What a game this has been so far. We've seen 4 goals already. We often see at this level loss of goals. We don't often see 4 goals within half an hour. As Ewan's Finley goes back to the goalkeeper. Well, what game we've had on our hands then? 4 different goal scorers so far. 2 forwards and a defender on the score sheet for the Cherries. Bournemouth are yet to draw a game in the league this season. They've played 13, they've won 8 and lost 5. At the moment on course for a 9th win if things stay as they are. Not that I think probably it will stay as it is, because still got an hour of football to go. Who knows how this one's going to end up. Crampton clearance is Enslin for Charlton. Goes out from a misser. The misser's there in support. There he is again, leaves it that time. Up to the goalkeeper. Ewan's Finley. That's going to be too far that time again for Paris Locke. And it is Chris Locke who is the senior professional development league coach for Charlton, who play the majority of their home games at the club's training ground, which is at Sparrows Lane in South East London. This one at the Bournemouth Performance Centre on AFC TV. Cherries going 2-0 up. Charlton getting themselves back into the game, the Addicts. All the first 3 goals inside the first 15 minutes. A lovely surging run from Owen Bevan. Right place, right time, and a lovely delivery. Good cross. Did the right thing in the end, Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, and selfishly played it square into the box, and there was Bevan. Well, to do the right place at the right time there with the final touch. Now it's opening up here for Fuller, some space. We've seen him have a space a few times to exploit, and he does well there. And there's Locke. Crampton makes sure of it. Free kick given to the Cherries anyway. Here's Tonks. One back from Reed. Looks at a take on Tonks, and again Bevan there with an important touch. It's a rare Charlton corner. Ruben Reed, who's looked lively so far, he's got Charlton's only goal. It was a brilliant finish. Couldn't have finished it any better into the top corner. Aiming to add an assist to his name there, but he does win Charlton a corner kick. So Locke to take the corner on the near side. Early kid here from Zach Christie. Long from Muamba. Sills tries to let that one go, but just enough pressure put on him to force him out to pass that out of play for a throw which Ethan Brown will take. And behind from Harold William, could take no chances. Came so close to getting a goal himself earlier against his former club. Apart from the goals, that was the best Cherries chance that didn't result in a goal. That corner from the far side from Stevens inside the first 10 minutes, which was headed just over the bar from William. But Charlton now have a third corner for themselves. And that just goes away from Charlie Stevens. That will do for Bournemouth with 10 to half time. Just a word for Cherries women. What a big game coming up on Sunday afternoon, which is at AFC Tottenham. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff. AFC Bournemouth against Manchester City. The 4 times FA Cup winners coming to Bournemouth. Third tier against top tier. What a huge afternoon that's going to be. The women's side now have gone more than 1,000 days in the league without losing a game. They came mightily close before a last-minute winner against #United. As Tonks has it for the Cherries. That goes Charlton's way. Stevens. And then, yes, again had a sight of goal there, Stevens. We've seen him hit that actually a couple of times this season from outside the box, where Charlie Stevens has found the net. I think one came against Hull, but just not either side of the goalkeeper, unfortunately, and in the end it was fairly comfortable for Hardy in the Charlton goal. Just wondering when there's going to be a period of the game where it slows down. I'm wondering if this, actually the last 2-3 minutes is actually probably the slowest. It's just been relentless really from minute 1. Here's Rhys Dottin. But there's not been a long period so far where it's really slowed down. It's been a great tempo. Back to William. It's Crampton out to Tonks. Tonks back to Bevan, the goal scorer of Bournemouth's third goal. Christie to Bevan. Good football, and yeah, did really well there to get themselves out of a bit of pressure. It was lovely footwork that was from Sadie in the first place. Goes out to Sills. Sills to Rhys Dottin. Sills makes a run. To Bevan. Again, Bevan's long ball just too far for Rhys Dottin there. That's going to go out for a throw for Charlton, which Ethan Brown will take. But for Charlton, their last league game came on the 25th of November, which was a 3-0 loss at home to Cardiff. And they've not had it their way last couple of games in the Premier League Cup, even though they have finished second, which is going to be enough to qualify for the knockout stages. With 10 points from 6 games, but in the league they are right on Bournemouth's tail, but at the moment Bournemouth are looking to move away further from them. And they are going the right way about it so far, right at the top of the South League. Sills throw. There's Rhys Dottin to Stevens. Sills to Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Through ball. He finds Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Can he finish? Oh, he couldn't. Well, that momentum just took him away, but I just thought he was going to find the back of the net then for a second. He did brilliantly in the first place, just to regain his momentum and get the shot away in the way that he did. It's good defending in the end from Ewan's Finley. Get that all-important touch. He's on fire today though, Michael da Costa Gonzalez. He's scored one, he's set one up. Looks like he's hungry for more. Was that Christie's corner? And there's William again. That was almost well, it was another good chance of Harold William, but we saw, well, so basically a carbon copy there, and the delivery was exactly the same kind of area. Again from Christie with a lovely corner again on the far side. The first header went over from William, but just couldn't quite get enough on that the second time. Thrown back from Ibrahim Fuller. Touch from Locke. So 10 minutes since Bournemouth extended their lead. And I think for the first time this afternoon, Bournemouth's just going to look to slow this down a little bit on this windy afternoon, as you can see. It's certainly not great conditions, but Bournemouth and Charlton have both been in a hurry really to get the ball up the field quickly. Maybe a slower approach now for Bournemouth to see them into half time. Here's Sadie. Oh, what a ball that is from Stevens out to Rhys Dottin. Again, he had Sills in support, but that's given against him. Free kick to the Addicts. Header from Sills to Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Rhys Dottin. Stevens. Here's Bevan. Ethan Sills. Bevan again, back to William. Nice 1-2 there between Sadie and Michael da Costa Gonzalez, two of the goal scorers. Oh, and that could be an own goal. It's off the crossbar. ricocheted off the bar from Ewan's Finley's touch. That could have been very fortuitous there for a second. Could have even been better for the Cherries there going into half-time. Will be a throw to be taken from Ethan Sills once more for Bournemouth. One back there from Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. He's still got opportunities here. Well, Alan Connell will be delighted so far, not just with the scoreline, but the performance as well. The intensity, the high pressing, the football they're being played. And also that spell of pressure from Charlton for about 5-6 minutes after the sort of 15-minute mark. And Bournemouth slowed that down and got themselves up the other end and went and scored again themselves to make it 2. As far as the senior side are concerned, both sides out of the FA Cup. Charlton losing to Chelsea in that thrilling game at St James's Park for the Cherries at the weekend. A roller coaster 3-3 draw and a roller coaster penalty shootout. Went deep into sudden death. Cherries senior team next in action, this time next week at Brighton and Hove Albion. Touch there from Ryler. I don't think we're going to have too many minutes of stoppage time. We have had the goals, but not really any stoppages. Here's William. Crampton. Bevan to Sadie. Sadie out to Michael da Costa Gonzalez. That's good movement from the Cherries. Tonks with the cross, and that could have gone anywhere. And it does find its way into the back of the net. Ethan Sills on the left of the 6-yard box there. Tonks with the cross. And what a first half this has been. This just seals what has been a brilliant half for the Cherries. Up towards the left of the 6-yard box. Ethan Sills is running in. And could it be any better for Bournemouth? 4-1 they lead against Charlton. It's not even half time. And again, it was that quick movement from one to the other. Sills with the left foot, getting his third goal for the development squad. And not for the first time this season, Bournemouth have scored 4 league goals. They did it against Colchester and they did it against Swansea, both at home. And they scored 4 twice in the Premier League Cup against Hull. But they've not scored 4 in the first half yet this season. That's exactly what they're doing, with 4 different goal scorers and an ambitious one from the halfway line, knowing that time is running out in the first half. Seconds remain. Here's Bevan. Here's Stevens. Is there time for a fifth? Here's Sadie. Back out to Rhys Dottin. Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Tonks is going to have a go here, and that wasn't too far off either. And I didn't think that the Cherries were going to have another chance after making it 4, but they've had 2 there in quick succession. Finn Tonks couldn't quite find the target. And that will be that as far as the first half is concerned. But what a first half it's been. 4 Cherries goals. I'll be back in just under 15 minutes time. 4 different goal scorers after Charlton got themselves back into the game. But let's look back now at what has been an enthralling first half with the highlights. Welcome back to the Bournemouth Performance Centre, where it is a top of the table clash in the Professional Development League South. I'm Ian Wilding, live with Essex, AFCB TV, and it is live coverage, and we've had so many goals already. Bournemouth at the moment are running riots. They are 4-1 up at half time. 4 different goal scorers. Charlton themselves had a brilliant goal to get themselves back into the game at 2-0 down. But the Cherries went 2-0 up. Originally, first goal, just over a minute it took for Bournemouth to take the lead. That was Dom Sadie with the finish after lovely build-up play. There he was with the tap-in inside the 6-yard box for his first game for the development squad for a few months, having been on loan in Serbia. The second goal came not soon after. A lovely finish, lots of space, took advantage of Michael da Costa Gonzalez. A goal back after about a quarter of an hour from Charlton. And it was a lovely finish from Ruben Reid. And then on half an hour, Owen Bevan made a 60-yard run up the field. Somehow was there, right place, right time, with an assist from Michael da Costa Gonzalez to bundle it home into the back of the net, the centre-back. And then just when you think they're going in at 3-1 up at half-time, well, Ethan Sills had other ideas. It was a square ball into him, to the left of the 6-yard box. And Ethan Sills was there with a lovely finish to make it 4. And you think that's probably the last kick of the half. Bournemouth even had a couple of chances after that to extend it further. But so far so good. Bournemouth are 4-1 up. And it's been one of those games where it's not even really been stop-starts. There's no real stoppages. There's been a lot of good football played. More of the same in the second half. Barraj Lander making his way onto the field, so he's coming on for Bournemouth at half time. It's the one Cherries change by the looks of things. Former Eastleigh youth team player, the man who popped up with a winning goal the last time Bournemouth were in league action back in November at Brentford in that 3-2 win. 13 goals in his maiden season for Alan Connell's side in those 36 appearances, and he's coming off the bench to see if he can make an impact in the second half. So the one change at half time comes back, and here come Charlton looking to get themselves back in. They're looking to, I'm sure, get out the traps quickly in the second half. He wants something. He's not going to get it. Goes out for a goal kick for the Cherries instead. A free kick, in fact, Bournemouth's way. So Lander coming on. Kobe Motto also coming on for Bournemouth. See, Kobe Motto is Bournemouth's joint top goal scorer, and there's a strike in the end. Good effort as well from Ruben Amissa. There's the Charlton sub. Again, they've made a change as well. Jacob Saffa there with a pass. And it was Crampton, make sure that he couldn't get past him there, Ruben Amissa. Charlton's first attempt on target there the second half. He's arrived after leaving AFC Wimbledon. He spent 8 years at AFC Wimbledon before joining. And here is Kobe Motto. Motto to Bevan. Switched out brilliantly from Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Now what can they do here? Reece Dottin. Tongue to the cross. Can he find his man? Not quite. Free kick given there against Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Again, already we're not even played 2 minutes here in the second half. Cross is coming in, a cross in from the right hand side there for the Cherries, and it came just after Charlton's effort on target. So maybe we'll see more of the same in the second part of this game. It's away from Christie. No free kick given. Is Weiler for Charlton. Is he going to win a corner? Yes, he is. Well, I think the early signs are for an end-to-end second half, the way the second half has started. We've only not even played 3 minutes yet of it. this live stream. Enslin, the left back's going to take the corner kick. Made his senior debut, the left back, to coming on the final day of the season against Burton Albion last campaign. Away from Lander. Shot again from a misser. Ibrahim Fuller. Tonks is there, just gets enough on it as they look to get the cross in from Enslin. Another corner. Back to Fuller, Fuller's delivery. Too far for Henry Rylo as well, and now for a goal kick. Imagine Alan Connell's half-time team talk, pretty much more of the same, you would think. They play anything like they do in the first half, they can't go far wrong. Alan Connell has now been in this role for 3 years. He's approached his 3-year anniversary, having been promoted from a 5.5-year spell at the under-18s in January 2023. And Motto, who scored 9 goals for the Cherries this season, him and Johnny Day, top goal scorers. Johnny Day picked up a bad injury back in October as Bevan plays it to Tonks. Bevan to Christie. Crampton again to Bevan. Still got it all to do. Reece Dottin with a challenge. Here's Harold William then for Bournemouth. Free kick given. Actually, that's the first time I've seen anybody down so far in the game. But Ethan Brown now back up onto his feet, just about. Oh, the drop ball instead. So 5 gone in the second half. About that effort on target from Charlton. Also had a strike which has hit a Cherries player from outside the box, and Bournemouth coming forward down that right-hand side from that cross from Finn Tonks. Cherries carrying on where they left off. Here's Stevens. And again, Reece Dottin, can he get there? Yes, he can. Can he find the finish? He finds the pass instead. Here's Lander. Still loads of... in the end, it was a crowd of players, one of those where you'll feel he probably should have hit it first time. Unselfishly played across there from Reece Dottin. Good play from him in the first place. Again, there's just that moment, isn't there? Just that split second once more. Not long he has where he's got that sight of goal. But in the end, there was just too many Charlton bodies in there. And Christie, who's delivered 2 brilliant corners in the first half, onto Williams' head, looking to do something similar again. So Tonks to take the throw. Sadio to Motto. But for Charlton, there's been some big players who've come through the academy over the years. There's a number that have got Bournemouth connections. Harry Arter springs to mind. Darren Randolph, the goalkeeper, and a certain Jason Tyndall also coming through the Charlton academy many moons ago. Other players that don't have Cherries connections, likes of quite a few other players as well, like Sir Cole Jenkinson and the like. John Joe Shalvey, but now here come Charlton looking to get one back, and they do get one back. It was a really good move in the end. Looks like it's offside. The flag has gone up as the ball comes in. on the edge of the 6-yard box. It was a lovely finish. A brilliant finish there from Fuller. But the flag goes up and he's offside, so it won't count, but lovely movement down that left-hand side in the first place. And Bevan is on the floor, so he's going to receive some treatment as well. But Bournemouth will be relieved there. Ibrahim Fuller, who himself has made 7 appearances for the senior team this season. All good finishes so far this afternoon. But that won't count. So the ball has been in the back of the net now 6 times. 5 of them have counted. But concern for Owen Bevan, who's had such a great game today. Not only with the goal, he's been as solid as a rock at the back. See how this one materialises. So Friday afternoon then, Colchester away to come for the Cherries. And then a home game, as I say, against Bristol City, and then another match on the 2nd of February. Still got a rearranged Premier League Cup tie to fit in against Reading, their final Premier League Cup group game. So the matches are coming in thick and fast for the Cherries, who at the moment, unless anything drastic happens, will be heading for 27 points from 14 matches. So on course for just under 2 points a game. Owen Bevan, who's to go off the field anyway, one way or another. But that goal did not count. Charlton had the ball in the back of the nets a couple of minutes ago. This is as a result of that not counting, and Cherries have the free kick instead. So 10 gone in the second half. To be fair, he was very clinical there, Fuller there on the edge of the box. Has been forced to make way. And Conte's coming on for the Cherries. Third change. The Bournemouth Performance Centre as it goes long from Tonks. There he is again. Interesting how that stoppage affects the sort of next 5-10 minutes, and also the fact that Charlton thought for a second they were back in the game, or at least giving themselves a small chink of light. It's a long way back from now, having had a goal ruled out, and you are 4-1 down. And the effort there was not far off at all. So again, more pressure from Charlton. The man who had the ball in the back of the net, which was ruled out, with Fuller with the pass. And Henry Ryler there, looking to find the top corner. So as far as the chances are concerned, they're still being created in the same way as they were in the first half. It's just a difference. There's been the 2 injuries. 2 players been down on the floor since half-time. Goes long from Hardy, the goalkeeper. There's Kobe Motto. That's surely a free kick, is it? Cherries one given. Away from Christie. Charlton in a hurry here with Enslin. Jacob Safford, a substitute with a pass, goes out to Ewens Finley. Safford again. Out to Brown. Now Brown's got options here, he's got space as well. Brown with a pass. Locke with the assist. And that's offside as well, so that's twice they've had the ball in the back of the net. Again comes in, head in hands. There's good movement. The flag went up. The referee quick to signal. And the substitute also thinking he's got Charlton back into the game. And that won't count either. Well, relief now for Bournemouth on 2 occasions there. 2 goals ruled out in the last 5 minutes. The latest from that finish from Jacob Safa. He's had plenty of the ball since coming on at half-time. Good to see Jalil Conte on the pitch as well, having signed his first professional contract only last week. That was brilliant to see. Here is Stevens out to Costa Gonzalez. With his brother having come off at half-time. Sadie with a pass. Nice movement here. Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Just needed to be an inch or 2 to the left of the goalkeeper there. Save from George Hardy, Nottingham-born goalkeeper. So we've had 7 goals now then, with 2 ruled out. 5 have stood. All 5 goals that have counted have all come in the first half. Lander. Barrage Lander, who's scored in Chandler's Ford, looking for that cross there. To Conte, to William. To Tonks. He's also had lots of league experience now. Not this season, but last season and the year before at Farnborough and Torquay United. So we've approached the hour mark. Live with Esset, and we're about to see a triple change now then for Charlton. You'll see Deontay Davis coming on in a second. Making way will be the midfielder Ruben Amissa, who's come off, who himself had that loan spell at Marlow last season. Also going off is Paris Locke. Kaczynski, Washington Amoa, and Deontay Davis look like they're the 3 that are going to be coming on for Charlton. So a triple change for Charlton, having made 1 at half-time as well. And I think, as we expected in the second half, with some injuries and the substitutions, it has been a lot more stop-start than the first half. Tonks to Christie. There's Finn Tonks again. Long to Lander. Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Goes out to Rhys Dottin. This could open up here for Rhys Dottin. He's got some space to shoot, and he finds Michael da Costa Gonzalez. He's been involved in 2 goals so far, 2 goal involvements. Looking for 3 there, Michael da Costa Gonzalez. That really would have sealed it. Tabua for Charlton. Goes to Ethan Brown. Brown in, out to Enslin. Still to Fuller again for the Addicts. Kutabura there. Decent ball. Bournemouth defending well there, and so too is Conte on that occasion. Straight to William, to Lander. William to Stevens. Okay, look at how far William has advanced now up the field. Saw Bevan do it earlier in the first half, which resulted in him bundling the ball over the line from centre back. Here's Rhys Dottin. Sadie. Sadie again. Of course, seems a while ago that now, doesn't it, when he scored after a minute. Out to Rhys Dottin. Rhys Dottin, who made that Premier League debut at Newcastle last season now, around about this time last year. February time coming on for Dungo Ratara, actually making his debut full stop in that January FA Cup third round tie last season against West Bromwich Albion. But Alan Connell will be happy with, generally, it's been a different second half for sure to the first. But if you'd have told him at half time it was still 4-1, he would have absolutely taken that. As time starts to run out for Charlton when there's such a big lead, especially what it must do for you, I suppose, in terms of motivation when you've scored 2 goals that Charlton have had in the second half, both ruled out for offside. Finishes from Fuller, who's now come off, and the substitute, Jacob Safa, for them both to be ruled out. Makes it an even more difficult afternoon for Charlton, but Bournemouth looking to extend their lead at the top of the South table. They did well there, Kobe Motto. Again, it's easy to forget how the Cherries won the ball back in the first place to score that first goal, the high press, straight away. They were straight on Charlton looking to play around the back. 2 of Bournemouth goals has been a result of that, winning the ball back in high areas. So Christie has put in 2 brilliant corners in the first half. He's one of those stood over the ball. And see how windy it is, which affects how this ball might be delivered. This time it's Sadie with the delivery. Easy in the end for George Hardy. Enslin. From Rhys Dottin back to the goalkeeper, George Hardy. It's been at a few clubs now, the goalkeeper for Charlton. Joined Wolves for an undisclosed fee from Rotherham. Was also at Notts County and then joined Charlton in the summer. So he's not been at the club long. That goes Charlton's way via Finn Tonks in the right back position for the Cherries. They're back from Safa again for Charlton. Kutabura there for Charlton, back to Washington Amoa. That'll do for the Cherries. Straight to Sadie. Could get better for Bournemouth here though. So close from Rhys Dottin's pass. It was Lander who made the run. Here's Rhys Dottin again. Michael da Costa Gonzalez. Here's Motto's cross. Forced to Lander, and it comes back to Sadie. Christie got the touch, but that pass is too far in the end for Ryler. Here's William. Sadie wins a free kick. Stevens. Michael Gonzalez got Motto on the right hand side. Motto's cross. Switch now, Motto from the left to the right, causing problems down that right hand side. And Bournemouth have looked dangerous from these corners so far. They'll look to do that again here. And here's Sadie to take the corner kick. So all the goals so far are being scored in the first half. If you're just tuning in, it was a first half which was relentless. Couldn't take your eye off it. There has been chances for both sides for sure in the second half. Charlton with 2 goals chalked off. But it has been slower and it's been more stop-start. But Cherries' goal now would really make sure they're heading for 3 points. First league game for 2 months. Won't trouble the goalkeeper, George Hardy, who finds Ibrahim Fuller for Charlton. Good run this here. On back from Christie with the all-important challenge. Tonks clearance. Headed on from Deontay Davis. So Kobe Motto then to take the throw, arrived from Portsmouth a couple of years ago, having made his Pompey debut against Forest Green Rovers in the League Cup. There's no doubt he's dangerous, and especially if you bring him on at half-time, he's going to cause all sorts of problems, Kobe Motto. The second half, which is linking up well so far with Michael da Costa Gonzalez on that right-hand side. There's Tonks again with a challenge. But there's been some really good wins for Bournemouth this season. That 3-0 win against Huddersfield to start the season. Here's Ryler. They kind of set a precedent there on that first game on a warm August afternoon at Vitality Stadium. Conte did get a touch. Here's Rhys Dottin. And then looking back at the start of the season, building on that with a really good 2-1 win at Wigan. The first defeat did come on that August bank holiday, home to Peterborough, but this is 2026, started off brilliantly so far for Bournemouth. Hopefully it's going to be a good year. Washington Amoa plays it forward. Crampton to Tonks. I was saying in the first half about the amount of goals Bournemouth have scored. And they've scored 3 goals 4 times, 4 goals 3 times for today. yet to score 5 in a South Professional Development League game, but they've come close to doing that in the second half, but not so far. 4-1 at half-time, 4-1 still the score. Kobe Motto to take the throw to Lander. He's dotting too far for him in the end. Can Conte? Yeah, he's got a couple of really good challenges. Conte since coming on. There's another one. Amoa finds Fuller. Oh, well timed. Brilliant tackle from William. He's had an excellent game this afternoon, Harold William. Against his former club. He'll have known a number of these players in this team, having only left a couple of years ago. All those niceties will have finished by the time the whistle started and the shot comes in and takes a deflection from Fuller's shot. He tries again, he curls it. Crampton's had a brilliant save there, and he's had a good game, Crampton. He's made a couple of really good saves. Trying to bend it into the bottom corner, the top right-hand corner, as you can see there. Sorted the situation, and almost a case of a deja vu there a second. They've kept going though, Charlton. Ayako coming on for Bournemouth here. But yeah, they've kept going. They've had those couple of goals disallowed. They've had a couple of chances since. On another day, this would be a very nervy finish for the Cherries, but those 2 goals chalked off. And Charlie Stevens, who's also had a solid game coming off. Ayako, who had a decent game in the Premier League Cup a couple of weeks ago against Birmingham. Another Wales youth team player, Charlie Stevens, and you can imagine he'll get more and more caps the way he's performing at the moment. Forward it comes to Brown. Brown to his fellow fullback, Enslin. The 2 fullbacks linking up there. Enslin's looking for support. Brown again. Enslin's crossed that time, blocked out. Here he is again, here's Brown. Back to Washington and Moa. Kuzniski goes left. Three good finishes from Charlton, only one of them have counted though. Particularly the one that did count was pretty special from Ruben Reid. He picked his spot beautifully. Tabua. Washington Amoa. Kai Enslin. Enslin's pass. Here he is again. That goes Cherries' way. So 12 to go to see if Bournemouth can finish the job here. And they are getting very close. Charlton, they've actually lost their last 2 league games 3-0. The last win coming with a 4-2 win at Millwall. That was nearly 3 months ago. So they've had a bit of a wobble recently, so if you build on those 2 3-0 losses to the 4-1 defeats, they were top of the table. If it does finish 4-1 this one. Also lost 3-0 at Ipswich in the Premier League Cup last time out. It's exciting in all areas at the club at the moment. Under 18s and the development squad, both lots to play for. And for the women's team, as well as Manchester City next weekend. Got a big game as Lander comes back to come in the league when they go to Exeter. That's on January the 25th. AFC Wimbledon at home to come as well. Tonks looks for options. Tonks goes long. Up to Nyarko to substitute. This live coverage with Esset. And to start 2026, what a big 3 points this would be for the Cherries. The last actual home league game came against Queen's Park Rangers at the Performance Centre, which saw QPR win convincingly, but they had about 3 or 4 really experienced senior players, including Elias Chair in that team. Motto comes off his foot. Here's Sadie. And back from Momoa. Tonks. Crampton. Kuzninski to the left-hand side to Deontay Davis. Here's Motto. Christie puts Narka in, but the flag goes up, he's offside. Did look like he was offside by quite some distance there in the end. Crampton to Motto. He's dot in there, goes in field. Here's Lander. Lander to Da Costa Gonzalez. He's got it again. You often see Da Costa Gonzalez, he gets himself into the right positions every game. You often see about an average of 4 or 5 shots from him every time. He scored 1 so far today, inside the box with lots of space. He picked his spot. Here's William. Chipped in from Tonks. Under some pressure, Sadie. Again, he's had to just kick it long there in the end, didn't he, really? After good Costa Gonzalez. Last few minutes then of Alan Connell trying to just... Basically looks like he's just telling his players just to keep going. It's nice to mic up Alan Connell a month or 2 ago, where we heard his thoughts, and fascinating thoughts from the head coach when Japan came to the Performance Centre. the under-20s, which was a brilliant experience for the players for sure, as it comes up to Sadi. Japan coming out on top that game, but it was a real learning curve. And brilliant to be able to host some international football at the Performance Centre. Michael da Costa Gonzalez, and that almost fortuitously. Just for a second, you just wonder, don't you, just away from Hardy. I mean, he hasn't really had anything in terms of not really being able to save any of those goals that he's conceded. Hardy, he's not really been to blame for any of them, but he'll be relieved that that one stayed out of the back of the net. It could have been worse there for Charlton. Zach Christie deserves an assist from one of these corners the way he's been playing. Is he going to get one now? Let's see. Oh, it's a dangerous one. Almost did. Right to the back post. I think William was in there again. Here's Conte. Finds Tonks. Well-timed challenge that from Christie as well. Here's Nyarko. Landa. Switched out to Sadi. And Sadi right across the face of goal. Looking to end how he started, really, with that goal after a minute. Looking to get the first and fifth for Bournemouth, but in terms of the delivery, it wasn't a bad ball again, really. Just a little bit further away than he'd have wanted, but somebody could have just attacked that. Comes back out to Kobe Motto. And stay tuned, because if you missed any of the action, we'll have a full highlights package for you after the game as it goes out towards Motto's cross. We'll look back at the best of the action, of which most of it came in the first half, with all the goals so far, all in the first half. The fourth of which for Bournemouth coming right on the stroke of half-time. So long from Hardy. Away from Tonks. To Brown. Fuller to Brown. Kutabua goes left. Forward to Ewan's Finley. The half-time substitute, Safo, who's one of the players who had the ball in the net, which was ruled offside. Looks to play it into Fuller. He'll be disappointed he didn't quite get contact on that he wanted. We're saying about there's often goals. We've seen, involving Bournemouth, I've seen 4 matches this season where there's been 2 goals in stoppage time. Some favouring Bournemouth, some not. So, interesting to see if we will see another late goal. Either way, it will not be particularly significant in terms of which way this game goes, because it's pretty safe to say this one is signed and sealed now for the Cherries. And also the game management and the way they played second half is something which is to be really happy about. Seen out this game very professionally. Gary Motto, as I say, joint top goal scorer for Bournemouth. 12 different players have been on the score sheet this season for the Cherries so far. Owen Bevan adding his name to the scorers sheet today. The other three players all have already been on the score sheet, but extending their tallies. Well, apart from Sadie, of course, who's also got in on the action inside the first minute. Here is Sadie. Sadie to Landa. To Motto. So that goes Bournemouth's way. And as is the way here, you never know how many minutes of stoppage time will be added. I'll just have to go by the referee's whistle. So, as expected, they're not going to be in a hurry with this one. As you can see in the picture there's Conte there on the edge of the box, in case it comes back to him. And it does. Tonks. Christie. Costa Gonzalez wanted something, won't get it. Charlton have a chance to get a consolation here. A huge chance to get a consolation. And William, to be fair, did well, really well to get back into position. And again, it was just because he wanted to hit it with his favoured left foot, which naturally that took him a little bit more time to set himself up. William saw what he was about to do and prevents that consolation for the time being. I'd be surprised if we had more than 4 minutes of stoppage time, so I imagine we've got a couple of minutes left to go with this game. But it's impossible really to keep up that intensity. When there's 5 goals in the first half, the chances of getting anything similar in the second is pretty slim. There's Tonks. Let's put Nyarko away. Here he is again. Costa Gonzalez. Reece Dottin. Oh, he's had a good game, and he deserves something from that. Reece Dottin. He's put in a real shift this afternoon. And he was not far away at all from just putting the icing on the cake, you would say, for the Cherries, but it wasn't quite what materialised in the end. Landa's header. Sadie, they're pushing no for a fifth now all of a sudden. No Arco. Seconds remain, surely now. It's going to be a big 3 points, and the way to start off the year terrifically, not just to win, but to win it in the emphatic way that they have, Bournemouth. Still no whistle. It's Reed. Be disappointed. I think that was a kind of a tired pass, I think, when you're 4-1 down this late on in the game. It felt a little bit like that anyway. It's Reed again. We'll get past Tonks. There's Williams' header. A look at the watch from the referee. Touched on from Conte. And that is that. What a fantastic afternoon it's been for the Cherries, particularly in the first half and also in the second. The way that they saw out the game is really good game management. 4 different goal scorers for Bournemouth, and also interestingly in the first half, the first goal coming just after the minute mark from Sadi, having been on loan in Serbia. What a way to return to the Cherries. And then the other goal just before half time, which was finished from Ethan Sills. 2 goals sandwiched in between the two. Michael da Costa Gonzalez getting 1. He also turned provider. So it was a brilliant afternoon, and Owen Bevan bundling it home, the centre-back, to make it 3-1. Unfortunately, he picked up an injury and had to come off. But for the Cherries, it's been a really good performance and a fantastic way to start 2026. It's a really emphatic win. It's a 4-1 win for Bournemouth against Charlton. The leaders, Bournemouth, at the top of the South group against Charlton, who were breathing down their necks just before. But Cherries get the job done, and now let's look back at what has been a wonderful afternoon for the Cherries with Esset, and let's look back at the highlights of this game this afternoon.